Hello, Zinnia's Underground Business Voice. My name is Tony Selzo. I've got Cindy, Dunston, Quirk in the studio, and Cindy and I are going to rant here a little bit. Now, I do a close on Cindy, and I talk about the amount of personal evolution that you have to go through in order to get your business on the ground. And she doesn't know this. I'm kind of putting her on the spot. I think what is great about becoming an entrepreneur, and what a lot of people don't understand, is how much evolution you got to go through to get to a place where you really create something that comes out of yourself, that is all about you, and God forbid, put that in front of the world in a way where you're going to ask them for money. And Cindy's done this literally 2-3 times in the last 3 months. I would call you a serial entrepreneur. What is the one thing that you've got to do in order to make sure that that happens? To be able to get from one level to the next?
You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You really and think you're worth it.
Yeah. How do you get to that place?
You have to dismiss a lot of head trash.
Okay.
You got to get rid of a lot of head trash, and you got to be committed to doing everything that it takes to do it, to make it happen.
Now, is it fair to say that it doesn't happen all at once? And that once it does happen, you got to continue the process to make sure you don't fall back?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're not growing, you're dying.
Right.
And that takes a lot of a reinforcement.
Sure.
To realize that, because it's really easy to think that you're consistently moving forward.
Sure.
But you can get, and I do this, I get mired down into the little granular details.
Sure.
And you don't, while there is time and space for that,
sure,
you can't wallow in it.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that it's hard to realize is, you know, when we talk about head trash, a lot of times the grooves in our record that have caused our head trash to be where we're at are a lot deeper ingrained than the new grooves we're trying to make in our record to get to a better place. And it's easy to fall back into that, right?
Yeah.
And I think as entrepreneurs, one of the things that you said that's so powerful is the reinforcement piece, that you have to consistently reinforce the disciplines that got you where you are, and sometimes take on new disciplines to get into a new place.
Yeah, you have to, it's almost like reinventing yourself over and over and over again, because you can't ever get quite comfortable with where you are, because you know, in fact, this has been my experience, you're going to evolve into something else. Yeah. And I think over the 4 years now that I've been a rainmaker, I've probably evolved 4 or 5 times. Sure. And it's taken, you know, I've got those notes from when you and I first started having sessions together in 2006. Yeah. That it was a bitter, angry person who really didn't see a whole lot of good in anything, and to see where I have been through every bit of crap that I've gone to where I am now. Yeah. It's interesting, it's enlightening, and it's enthralling all in the same moment.
And so you can't create in a negative space, so you have to get to a positive place to create. And I think that's one of the things that you've done consistently. Scott and Zoe's is your new venture.
Scout and Zoe's.
Scout and Zoe's. How do we hear about that?
ScoutandZoe's.com on the web, Scout and Zoe's on Twitter, and on Facebook.
Cindy, Dunston, Quirk, you've been buzzed.
Thank you.